everybody. Welcome back to Hey Bitch.
What up? ¿Qué onda?
How y'all doing? This is our 4th episode.
5th.
Oh, it's 5th. You're right.
Girl, get it together.
I'm drunk.
I'm tired.
I'm
I
tired.
got it. Your act is tired.
I know. Yours is too.
Same.
Anyways, welcome to our 5th show.
Welcome back. Thank you for watching.
This
still.
is my co-host. She's fully vaccinated and ready to be inseminated.
Oh my
Memo.
God. Where do you come up with this shit? Oh my God. So thank you for that interesting introduction. And this is my co-host Danny. She's wonderful. She's incredible. She's sweet, and she's everything that you should not do. So welcome, girl. It's good
I'm
to
not a
see
role
you.
model here.
Not at all. Not at all.
So how was your week?
Good. It's been good. It's been really good. It's kind of coming off of that high over the weekend. We did football on Friday.
Yes.
So that was fun. You went.
That was
Did
a
you
lot of
enjoy it?
fun. That was a lot of fun. It was a lot of straight people, but that was a lot of fun.
A lot of hotties. A lot of hot.
Oh my God. The players. I was like Googling players like, who is this?
All of a sudden, you're a Rising fan. So
I love them.
Right? So as I don't know
won.
if you guys remember, we won.
We won.
Yes, Phoenix Rising won. 4 to 1. 4 to 1.
Yeah.
And if you, I don't know if you guys remember, we talked about last week that we were actually going to, the PGFFL was going to be playing at the Phoenix Rising Stadium. Yep. It was a really cool thing because they brought out multiple gay organizations like One Voice. No, One Community, sorry. The PGFFL was there. And so they were trying to right a wrong about that player who
we
allegedly.
talked about that last time, right?
Yeah, we talked about that last time. So it was a really cool event, and they allowed us to play our championship game on the field.
Well, we saw the last half of the game, remember?
we saw the last, stuck outside handing out passes. But it was still fun. Like even just being there, being able to witness that and be a part of that, like it was so cool. Being out on the field.
And then the game was really good.
The game
was really good.
It was the Packers and the Pink Rangers who were playing, and the Packers sealed
Packers,
it.
Right?
The Green Gay Packers and the Pink Rangers.
And the Pink Rangers, yeah.
And it was a good game because they were going back and forth, and you really couldn't tell.
It was a close game. It was like 30 seconds left, and then they scored a touchdown to win the Green Gay Packers.
Yeah. It was such a good game, and I had friends on both sides.
Felt so butch. We're like,
right? We're like sports fans.
Sports.
But it was fun. That was really exciting, and just to be a part, like I said, be a part of that.
And you were on the field being all important because she's on the board.
She felt like she was somebody.
She was walking around with a little strut. Oh, look at that. There you go.
Oh my God, yes. Can we like Photoshop the neck? I'm just kidding.
Gobble gobble, honey.
Bitch. Eat it. No,
Ooh.
no, sir.
Credit card denied, honey.
Why
there it goes. There's a trophy.
There was a trophy. That's it. Look at
so it looked like a legit trophy.
It was a legit trophy. And we are, like I said, we're like a chapter of the NGFFL, the National Gay Flag Football League. So we are pretty legit, and the athletes are very good athletes. Like they come to play, they come to
there's Adam.
to really do it. There's our friend Adam,
the QB on the Green Gay Packers.
And Jared, yep, those are the 2 quarterbacks up right there. There she is.
Who's that? Oh my God,
Messi! Look at her.
Hey, I wasn't driving, so I had a little drink.
You never. Our friend Paul. It was so much fun. We had such a good time. It was really a good game, a really good occasion overall. Yeah. So that was that. So I'm coming off of that. It's been great. Now we're planning our Pride Bowl. So I'm hoping to join the traveling team, and so we travel to Chicago in June to play a big tournament there. And then Gay Bowl, it was officially announced that it is happening. We're just waiting for final location.
Good.
And it's the Gay Super Bowl. So I believe it's supposed to be in Toronto, but because of COVID restrictions in Canada, they're not letting us play. So it'll be moved somewhere back into the U.S. So we're just we're waiting to see. We'll find out. I can't wait to go.
I love those events because it's like we're sporty. We're
jocks. We can update our Grindr profile.
Oh yeah, all jocks.
All jocks. And you're on Grindr. We've already established.
How dare you? That is not
Jovan,
true.
he's on Grindr.
I'm not. Oh my God.
But what about you?
If I go missing, you'll know who it was. If I go missing,
I got you. I'm your alibi.
Oh. Anyways,
what about you?
I went to the gym yesterday.
What?
Yeah, finally. I went to the gym.
Okay.
I feel great. My titties hurt. My arms hurt because I did chest.
You gotta stop letting them hang. You gotta wear a bra, girl.
I keep on stepping on them, girl. Keep on kicking them with my knees.
Oh my God.
But no, it felt really good because I haven't gone literally 2 years, I want to say.
Wow.
So I've been paying LA Fitness for Nothing. I've been donating to
You're
the cause.
their favorite customer.
I've been donating to the cause.
What was it like going back to the LA Fitness? Like,
I mean, it felt really good, but it was strange just because I'm not used to it. But it did feel really good once I started to get my heartbeat up. Like,
good.
And then I was lifting first, so I don't know. It felt really good.
Good.
Because I was making an effort. I was stepping forward instead of just kind of standing still.
Absolutely. Literally just stepping up and stepping into the gym is the hardest part of it.
Yeah.
Once you're there, you make the best of it. And
then I went to go eat sushi.
oh, you can eat sushi.
It wasn't my fault.
She had 5 rolls and
I
5
told you that
appetizers.
in confidence. Oh, my God.
And that's just what she ordered. Imagine what Jovan ordered. It's too late, sweetie. You've been brought in.
But
it's sushi. It's healthy,
sushi.
right?
I ate a lot of fish. It's sushi. I had a salad.
Girl, a vegetarian sushi roll is not a salad.
In between the fried shrimp.
In between the fried shrimp. I can't. This bitch.
But I know I felt really bad because
I'm sure you did.
I did because I had just worked out, right? I had a really good lunch, and then I forgot we were going to do our friend's daughter's birthday at this place, which was all you can eat. So I try to get something that's not super bad.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
But hey, you went to the gym. That's half the battle.
I'm gonna
we
go
started
tomorrow
an amazing group chat with Ed.
Yeah, our friend Ed.
I think that was good. I think I love, like, he's such a positive reinforcement.
He's like a walking meme, like positivity.
Oh, dude,
meme.
he's been like, I've been hanging out with him the last few weeks, like, kind of really. We've been getting really close again, and I love that. He's been a beacon of, like, a lot of positivity and, like, reinforcement, like a lot of this, like, dude, you're doing good, keep it up, and you got to do this and you got to do that. So it's been great, and you're gonna love that because he's really good about doing stuff like that.
Yeah, and he's giving me already really good advice.
Yeah.
On things to take.
Absolutely.
And workouts, because I don't know, I can't afford no trainer like Miss Rich thing over here.
Miss Rich thing's working 3 jobs, sweetie.
Oh, that's right. Wait, is prostitution one job?
I just had 3 jobs. You didn't need to disclose it away.
Right. Get my shit out there.
A blowjob is still a job.
Ah, okay, that's true.
Wow. The audacity.
That is so true. A
gumption.
BJ, a blowjob is a job.
It's a job right in the name, sweetie.
Do you put that in your taxes?
Why do you have to continue to bring this up? It's an extracurricular activity. It's not a job. I just get tips.
The tip.
Moving on.
Okay, well, our hot topic.
I can't.
It's the day before. Well, when we're filming this, it's the day before Cinco de Mayo. Right. Now, do you ever celebrate as a Mexican Cinco de Mayo?
No, because it's not a real holiday to us.
It's not a real holiday, right? So I was wondering, like, why do Americans celebrate Cinco de Mayo?
An excuse to drink?
Like, highly offensive.
That's appropriation.
It's appropriation right there, if I ever saw one.
Okay.
Most gringos, as we call them, think that
Cassidy?
Cinco de Mayo is like Mexican Independence Day.
And it's nowhere near that. La Batalla de Puebla.
Yeah, so it's a battle of Puebla from the French, right?
From the French.
There
we
was
defeated the French in Puebla.
A battle where they were outnumbered, they were outgunned, and they still won.
And they still won.
So, not so much celebrated outside of Puebla, but it's not really recognized throughout Mexico. Just
not at all.
And then for some reason, it's a drinking day for Americans.
Americans just want an excuse to down
a
a margarita.
Want an excuse to down a margarita, some chips and salsa. And feel justified to be dressed like that. Like that, right?
That's not cute.
And I love that they're anti-immigrant, but they love our food, honey.
I'm taking back my tacos, my burritos. No more of that for you. Y'all can go to Taco Bell.
If you're an American and you are of the Caucasian influence, don't eat our food if you don't support immigrants and what they do for this country.
And for the record, never mind, I shouldn't say it. Go ahead.
No, say it.
I'll say Taco Bell is not real Mexican food.
Oh, right. Oh, did you hear that?
What?
I don't know if it was last year or 2019 when it won Mexican restaurant of the U.S. Taco.
I think it went back to back.
No
Did
way.
It really? Oh, hell no.
That's the audacity of people to vote Taco Bell as the #1 Mexican restaurant.
I'm speechless. Like, seriously, like don't get me wrong. I like Taco Bell.
I could gobble up
I could take a taco or
Taco
two.
Bell.
But to sit there and say that that's, first of all, real Mexican food.
Ground beef, honey. Ground beef tacos are the...
First of all. Secondly, to say it's the best Mexican food?
Yeah.
Seriously? Like,
Yeah.
who's voting for
Who the
this
hell
shit?
nominated it in the first place?
For starters.
Yeah.
I'd rather go to Filiberto's. Like, seriously,
least.
give me some Philly Bees, at least.
Anything that ends at Bertos
is going to be
probably
decent.
Decent.
It's decent.
Authentic? Not so much, but better than Taco Bell.
You know what I mean? Like, you can go to Mexico and you can't even order a burrito anywhere. Like, it's not really a thing.
I know, right?
You know what I mean? Like, it's not. Do you know where the burrito comes from?
From San Diego?
Well, I don't know that. But, like, with the original story, what a burrito is.
No.
So, at least this is what it was told to me. So, I don't know if you remember in Mexico, they have these tortillas. They're, like, this big. They're called tortillas sobaqueras.
Yes.
In Sonora, they're really
Sonora,
prevalent.
yeah.
And so what they would do is what they would do is at the end of the meal, all the leftovers would get rolled up into one of these tortillas, and they would call it a burrito because you know how like burros in Mexico were known for carrying all the cargo and carrying everything for their owners.
Right.
So at the end of the meal, they would take this tortilla, put everything that was left over because it's carrying everything. It's a burrito. That's the way it was explained to me. The validity of that is
Questionable. At least.
I mean, it sounds good, right?
I mean, it sounds right. Sure.
Yeah. You know, I actually have it right here. It's pretty similar. I got it that Juan Mendez, a street vendor in Chihuahua, Mexico, invented the burrito. During the Mexican Revolution in 1910s, Mendez decided to wrap his food in flour tortillas to keep it warm and transport it on a small donkey. Then he realized that it was a perfect way to serve it that way.
Nice.
That's where the burrito was born.
Oh, so I was close.
Ingenuity of the Mexican.
Right? We invented so many things.
Exactly.
The taco.
Oh, have you seen that show on Netflix, the Taco Chronicles or something like that?
No.
Where they kind of go, each episode's like a different type of taco. It's where they had those, that taquera that's trans. She's like, tacos de canasta.
No, I haven't seen that.
Oh my God. It's so fun. You need to watch it.
Girl, I'm on a meal plan. Tacos
You
are
can
not
still
part of
watch it.
I'm going to want a taco.
That's true.
That's hard.
On the weekends.
Okay. Yeah, it's just an excuse to drink. Let's
Exactly.
go back to that.
It's really an excuse just to drink. So I just find it really funny that most white people will be like, party, but then completely ignore what Mexican people have done for this country.
No more burritos for them.
No more burritos. You can fucking eat, I don't know, Polish sausage. I don't know what they eat. What do white people eat?
I mean, those are good.
Gravy.
But no, they don't deserve those. Go back and eat your plain bratwurst.
Boiled cabbage.
Ew.
Exactly.
Who does that? I mean, we eat in caldo de res, but it's good.
I think Germans do.
Is that a thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Anyways, speaking of Mexico, did you hear about the overpass collapse that happened?
Did you see the
just a few
video?
days- Yes.
It literally just dropped.
It just drops.
Like out of nowhere.
And apparently this is kind of known in that neighborhood that things were happening.
Really?
Yeah, because they would see a crack here or there. The pillars were like cracking and you can see things falling. And then you could see like a separation on the track.
Oh my God.
And apparently this is known. Because, you know, I love my Mexican people. But I've been to Mexico and I can damn well tell you that they do cutbacks or they skim off the top and get lesser.
Girl, they don't skim off the
quality
top.
product.
They take half of everything. Like, I mean, let's be honest. Like,
The corruption is real deep. And yeah, see, was that top was separated. And it was like 10:30 at night, busy still. And it just drops. And it
dropped on a bunch of cars because there's a road that goes underneath it. And it just dropped on cars. So I think the death toll
23 or 24.
24, something like that. And over 65 people were taken to the hospital
injured.
with serious injuries.
Yeah.
Like, it's insane. It's insane.
And it just like, it pisses me off just because the government is supposed to take care of things and have good infrastructure to protect our citizens, but it's just not happening. I understand that a lot of corruption happens because the system allows it. The system is made for corruption.
Absolutely.
But damn.
And it saddens me and it infuriates me because, like, I was watching this video and it talks about the riches of Mexico, and not literally just the monetary riches, but it talks about how, like, Mexico has like 9 of the 12 ecosystems of the world within its country.
Super diverse.
They have, like, I forget what high percentage of the amount of species. The entire country sits on oil.
Yeah. It's a rich country.
It could be. It could seriously be one of the richest countries in the world. Yeah. But because of the fact that we have politicians in Mexico who will cheat the system, rob the country blind, and there's nothing
to show for it.
And there's nothing to show for it.
And who suffers? The people.
Seriously, even just like, let's not go back that far. Like the whole COVID, the way they handled COVID. Like I was talking to family in Culiacan, and they were telling me like literally there was people like in the streets dying from COVID because el servicio, el seguro social no servía. Like it wasn't helping anybody. Yep. Like you literally had people like you'd walk up to el seguro and you have literally people dying or dead on the stairs of el seguro because they had no access to healthcare. Yeah.
And I was talking to my family and they're like, if I was sick, I would rather be at home than try to go into to the seguro social.
Yeah.
Because to them, it was like a death sentence. Going in there, you're never gonna come out.
And that's what they were all saying. Vas al seguro y es seguro que que no vas a salir.
And then, I mean, I saw in the news about India right now is
being battered. And beaten.
And I read that obviously there are oxygen shortages and only obviously the rich can afford. So poor people are dying while rich people are, paying for black market oxygen tanks.
It's like an unspoken rule that poor people are just automatically sentenced to death. Right? Yeah, it's like I was watching on I forget what network it was, and I was watching like they were doing like a report about it, and they were at the cemetery, and like they do their ceremonial, like cremations and all that, and it's a beautiful ceremony if you ever get to watch the ceremony in itself, but literally they're doing like 60 at once.
Yeah.
And there's like 60 fires going, literally, boom, 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 boom. And there's like, and it's not just like people attending there with a mask. There's people that are attending there with hazmat suits. Yeah. Like it's that bad.
And there's just a lot of there's a lot of people. Yeah. There's 1.3 billion people, I think.
In India.
So it's like the COVID has so much to work with.
New Delhi is being ravaged right now, and it's so sad. And it's like I look at like I'm one of those people who, let's put our country first. We need to get back to that. But when in situations like this, how can we be so selfish? How can we think that like these are human beings?
Did you hear that we're not going to be? The CDC says we're probably not going to reach herd immunity
because nobody wants to get. There's so many people who don't want to get vaccinated.
The remainder of people are like, better not. I think enough people are vaccinated, but we have to work together to get it done to reach herd immunity. So it's going to be longer and even longer and even longer.
People have fallen for the like we were talking about before last week's episode is people have fallen for the petty ticks. And I say petty ticks because it's no longer politics. It's no longer.
It's getting crazy.
It's tit for tat at this point.
The GOP has lost it completely because Liz Cheney, which is the third highest ranking member in the House, is being, or they're trying to remove her because the minority leader there, McCarthy, says she's not good for the messaging. She's not putting out the messaging, and the messaging is the big lie. So because
500,000 deaths is a big lie.
No, the election was stolen lie. The big lie. God. So because she's not repeating it and she's not spreading it, they want to remove her from leadership. There she is, Liz Cheney. So telling the truth is bad.
Apparently lying is good.
Is what, because I guess the GOP is afraid of their base. Their base controls now everything. Who is leadership? Who is worthy? And if you go against Trump, then you're not worthy. So it's really interesting to see our reaction to the world's reaction to COVID, and how ours is just so freaking petty.
And to see the world's reaction to
us.
You know what? So do you remember the movie Kindergarten Cop with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yes.
So remember when he first walks into the room and you've got these kids literally climbing on everything, running around, doing everything, and he's just like going nuts until he starts yelling? That's what I feel who we are right now to an extent, because you've got so much misinformation, you've got so many people falling for whatever, and you've got one person, what it feels like one person, which is our government to an extent, trying to grab it, but they've lost so much hold on what the truth is because of the lies that were spread and and the
gaslighting,
the lies. What's the conspiracy?
The conspiracy.
Oh, I just can't.
GQP.
Like, here's the thing. At the end of the day, like, I got vaccinated, and part of me was I want to get vaccinated because I'm going to play my part. Yeah. But I also mainly got vaccinated because, like, I got to remember, my parents, they're older. My father has health issues. You know, my mom has, you know, she's getting to that age where it'll start affecting her. You know what I mean? Yeah. Where she will be a little bit more susceptible to it. So I did that I'm going to do my part so that the ones that I love and that I care about, you know what I mean, are protected. I get it. If you know, this whole, you don't want to be vaccinated because it's, you know, it's control. And like, yo, I got vaccinated.
But these are the same people that get the flu vaccine. They get all the other vaccines yearly, and they vaccinate their kids. So out of nowhere, now this vaccine is somehow different. They don't trust this. But there's the same people who are drinking beer and alcohol and smoking. And they're like, I don't want that in my body.
Oh, they just came up with it in the last. They created this vaccine in a few months. Well, no.
It was like a year worth.
COVID-19. That means there's been 18 prior. So the research is there. It's a coronavirus, and the coronavirus has been around for a long time. It just so happens that this coronavirus specifically is named COVID-19. But
so we digress.
Again, how do we end up there with Mexico?
You know we always go up anywhere. And you wanted to bring you saw something on the news about Biden.
So yeah, last week we talked about the representation of the trans community and how quickly and how amazingly it's evolving.
The show was brought to you by the letter T last week.
Right, it was brought to you by the letter T, and not the T where we gossip, but the letter T for
transgender,
trans. For our friends, our allies, our people that we love.
Right.
So Biden, on his address to Congress, told into all the transgender Americans watching at home, I want you to know your president has your back.
And I think he specifically said the young people.
You're brave, for being brave. That was monumental.
Yeah.
The first sitting president. There's a couple monumental things in that picture.
Yes. I was about to say that.
Yeah, there's a couple monumental things in that picture. But first, for the first sitting president to actually acknowledge
it during
and say transgendered youth, or just the word transgender in an address to the nation, and specifically talk to them, that's monumental.
And I can only imagine a little trans kid or teenager who sees that and is like, whoa.
Like, I'm not even going to lie to you. We already know that I'm a crier.
Did you cry a little bit?
I cried a little bit because you know what? Because it's like, granted, I'm not transgendered.
I'm like,
no, I'm not. But there's people that I care about who are, and there's people who are my friends who are, and for them to be acknowledged, for them to be recognized, and
given their time.
And given their time, specifically to them, that's huge. And shows that we finally have someone in office who's going to do something about it. Who's going to get something done to truly give equality. Because I'm getting ready to tell you, you try to fuck with my rights again, and I'm going to be asking for a tax credit. Because why should I be paying more taxes than most people here? Because I'm single. We'll talk about that in a minute, too. And I don't have the same amount of rights as everybody else. I need a tax credit, sweetie, because y'all owe me.
I need more stimmies.
Okay, I need y'all to erase them back.
I need discrimination stimmies.
Seriously, I'm flabbergasted at the fact that people still we're still having this conversation, and that we're this excited at the fact that he said this.
Yeah.
Because we've been fighting this since 1969, even before that.
Yeah.
Calm
down, girl. Woosah. Let's talk about.
Let's move on, because that was fantastic.
The image, right? What's behind the president is
the
sitting Speaker of the House.
The sitting Speaker of the House.
And our first Vice President.
Woman Vice President. Look at that.
Never
seen before.
I mean, 10 years ago, if someone would have told us there's going to be 2 women right behind our sitting president. Crazy.
Who said that? You know what I mean? Like, who would have thunk it?
Who would have thunk it?
But to see not only just 2 women, but to see a woman who is Asian, South Asian American,
and Black
American. Yep. She's a woman of color.
And she's second in command.
Of the most powerful country in the world. Yes. Yeah. Yes. And
I don't think that ever sunk in, because of all the attention Trump got when he lost, all the shenanigans that were happening and bullshit that was happening afterwards, that it didn't really sink in the historic moment.
It for me it did, because I was watching the inauguration and she was getting sworn in.
You were crying.
Yeah, I had a moment.
Lady Gaga and her big ass bird.
Oh my god!
And we all know you watched it because J-Lo performs. Stop
mainly.
lying. There was the halftime show.
There was a halftime
for
show.
the inauguration.
Seriously. But just like that moment that we witnessed of a woman getting inaugurated and sworn into the vice presidency.
Crazy.
It's cool to be able to say I was part of that history. Not like literally part of it, but I was able to witness history.
And it's great to see, like, to have my nieces know that.
Absolutely.
And they're they're going to be women of color.
Absolutely.
And they understand that it's possible. Anything's possible, right?
Absolutely.
Not to bring you down from your high, but have you heard what your best friend Caitlyn Jenner said?
Which part?
She said that trans girls don't belong in sports, even though she plays either golf or tennis in a women's league. Yeah.
Are you serious? I didn't know that part.
Yeah. She plays on women's leagues, but
This bitch.
trans girls can't be in sports, because she says it. I think her quote was like, "It's just not fair."
Have a seat, sweetie. Have a seat. Have several.
That's what she said.
She doesn't belong. Okay, if she wants to say that trans girls don't belong in sports, sweetie, you don't belong in the public eye.
Exactly.
You don't belong in politics. You don't belong on TV. That's why your show was canceled. You just don't belong in the public eye. Do me a favor.
Come for her.
Go to your house, have a seat where you will be forgotten about, and you will just be remembered as the stain on the LGBT history. Girl, you had such an amazing platform, and you did shit with it.
She pooped on it.
Literally.
Caquita on it.
Literally. Have a seat, bitch. Ain't nobody got time for you.
I just can't wait to meet her. Like, I can't wait to have her on the show.
Who wants her on the show?
I just want you to fight her. That's it.
I'm gonna knock a bitch out. I don't believe.
Did you see her ad where she's like in a car with like a little dog, even though she like killed somebody? She killed somebody by running them over.
I remember that. Yeah.
Bad PR, honey. Bad PR.
That's the wrong place. But yeah, no, I'm glad that you did that, because you're reminding people that you were behind the wheel of a vehicle when you killed somebody.
Yep. But she's here to save lives, California lives.
She needs to save herself.
She needs to save
from herself.
From herself.
She needs Jesus.
Yeah. So I love that she's your enemy now.
And I was cheering. We were all rooting for her. We were all rooting for you when she came out. I posted it, like, I was so happy. Like, I was happy for her. I went back and I took those posts down.
Yeah, you had
I don't want to be remembered as that bitch who supported her. I cannot be associated with her. Girl, I can't.
Yeah. So anyways, I think she's going to be a regular topic on this show.
We need to not give her 5 minutes of fame anymore.
You're right.
She's done.
She's blocked. She's banned. It's over. It's canceled.
It's canceled.
Anyways, we're going to be right back with our special guest.
Where are we going?
We're going to go to Commercial World. I don't know.
We got commercials now?
No, not us.
Oh, okay.
Not yet.
We'll be right back, y'all. Don't go away.
Don't go.
Hola amigos, espero que estén teniendo un muy buen día. Mi nombre es Asha Esquivel, soy Business Development Manager con Lion Mortgage. Quiero recordarles que yo les puedo ayudar a agarrar el préstamo para su casa. Si quieren refinanciar su casa o quieren vender su casa, yo les puedo ayudar. Si quieren más información, pueden marcarme al 602-908-7006. 602-908-7006. Y síganos en nuestras redes sociales.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the show from our little non-commercial break. We have our special guest here. This is actually our Mother's Day special, right? Mother's Day is coming up.
Little yellow school.
By the time you hear this, it'll probably be a few days before Mother's Day. So we thought we would bring the only mother we know.
Well, we know several.
We know several, but they were very busy. Their schedules are very
The only mother that was available.
Just kidding.
We love y'all.
Call away.
And we have a great introduction for
We do.
for our
She
friend.
is wonderful. She is beautiful. She is single. She is bilingual, and she's ready for that.
Tangle.
Where?
Down there.
Yes. It's been a minute, y'all.
Our friend is single.
bilingual,
Yes, she is.
and yes,
She's looking for that man, that tatted, muscular, tall,
cowboyish,
Need the beard.
They need a beard.
Yes.
cowboyish.
Cowboy. Oh yeah.
She likes a
She
man
likes a
with a
vaquero.
big booty,
Yes.
Big. Oh, big
tight
booty.
jeans,
Tight jeans.
and
Yes.
boots.
Baseball butt,
Yes.
as we call it, baseball butt.
Remember that one guy she brought to that party that
Oh
one
my
time? We're not gonna say his
God.
name.
Yeah.
But you know which guy.
Oh, we know which guy.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Did we
that.
make you feel
Remember?
uncomfortable?
we were all.
Really?
It was Friendsgiving.
Yeah.
And we were all just like, Dulce, sit over here. And then as soon as she brought him over, Dulce, go back.
Go back. Go back. Could you give me a side of corn?
You
Okay,
guys
right?
just wanted to see his ass
It was
Well, you can't just bring
beautiful.
something like that around and not
and his
expect
broad
us.
shoulders.
Oh,
Remember that?
yes.
I love him.
I miss him.
I miss him.
I did too.
What happened?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Oh. Damn.
We'll call him. We'll call him. If
Anyways.
you're watching, which you probably aren't, we miss you.
We miss you. We love you. So yeah, we wanted to bring you on here because we wanted to get that mother experience. We have a few questions for you about motherhood, since your day is
Alright.
coming up on Sunday.
All right.
My first question is, when you found out you're pregnant, did you have some expectations about what it would be like, or did you have your own plan and then the baby came out and you're like, what? Panicking? Like,
No.
what was your experience with your first baby?
Well, I was 19 when I had my first child, so I was very young. I didn't know what to expect, honestly. I was very shocked. I found out when I was 19 weeks pregnant that I was pregnant. Yes, I know.
Girl.
I know.
Halfway through
It happened.
She was going to have a
Yes.
toilet baby.
She didn't know she was pregnant.
You were going to be in that show. I didn't know if I was pregnant. Have you seen that show?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it freaks me out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was 19 weeks pregnant.
So
when I
was
found
it the
out.
sickness that were like, why am I sick?
I wasn't feeling well. I was in California on vacation, and we were going to Six Flags. And
Girl.
Was it our trip?
no.
Okay.
It
Oh, no,
was,
'cause you were
I had
almost
just
giving-
I had just gotten back
Okay.
from.
And you got on the rides, girl?
No, I didn't. So
God.
I wasn't feeling good.
But that would explain a lot. Sorry, Keith.
my
Love
poor
you, baby
child.
girl.
So yeah, I had no idea. I was feeling sick. I took a pregnancy test. I was on birth control, but I took a pregnancy test and it came out positive. And there's a picture of me somewhere holding the pee stick, and I'm in shock.
Was your face like
because- Yeah, pretty much.
Mortified.
mortified?
Yes, I had no idea. I mean, I love my daughter, but I had no idea, and I was not expecting
Right.
to have a child at 19. So I was very shocked. I went to my first doctor's appointment, and my ultrasound, and she tells me, "Do you want to know what it is?" I'm like, "Oh, you can tell already." She said, "You are halfway through your pregnancy." So
Jaw drop.
Gas.
Gasp. Gay gasp.
yeah. So my first appointment, I found out that I was having a girl. So
Oh,
Like
we love
that-
her.
we love her.
she is now 18, and she's going off to college.
And
But
how old are you?
we
Don't
will
be
not
rude.
talk about that. Well,
You're like, I was not
I mean,
told
we
it was
know.
be
Technically-
disclosing
well,
You're
your
almost
age.
30.
Yeah.
We'll just
well,
say that.
I, mean,
I
they can
said
already do
I
the
had her
math.
at 19, and I'm sure they could do the
Yeah,
math.
it doesn't make it. It doesn't add up.
We get it.
So I mean, motherhood. Like, I know that people say it's sacrifice. What's your experience with what you had to give up, if you had to give up anything?
I mean, I had plans. I definitely had plans. I wanted to join the military. I wanted to go join the Navy.
Because you were in ROTC with Memo over here,
Yes.
So we've been friends for 24 years.
24, 25 years.
and then
Yeah.
you knew this bitch was gay, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He tried to hide.
She tried to hide in the football.
We always.
And then what was
knew.
the story you guys told me when he was like, "You guys, I'm gay," and you're
Oh,
like,
yes.
"Okay."
Well, it was right after our trip.
We were at your house. We had
Yeah.
just got back and we were at your guys' house. And I was like, guys, I got something to tell you. No.
Shocker.
Because you guys already knew on the trip. And we were planning the trip. It was the last weekend before. It was like the last time we hung out before we left. We were planning the trip. And I was like, well, before we go, I got to tell you guys something. And you're all like, well, what? And I was like, pulled you guys outside. It was just the girls first, and then
Oh,
it was
yeah.
the guys. And then I'm like, I'm gay. And do you remember the movie Love Simon? Do you remember the movie Love Simon where like
yes.
where he tells where one of the guys tells the girls and he's like, oh no,
we
had no idea,
brand new information.
Right? So that was for the most part they're like, oh really?
Oh really?
Like, they played the
Yeah.
part really good.
Oh,
and then our
really?
friend Melissa's like, duh.
She's like, no,
Maybe,
once I play this,
yeah.
we knew you were gay.
Honey,
Sweetie, sweetheart.
And I think she's like, duh, we knew. We were waiting for you to admit it to yourself.
Exactly. That's what we were waiting for.
It was very that.
Yeah, very that, right?
Very that. But you were saying?
But
yeah. You had plans.
I had plans. I wanted to join the Navy. I also
The
wanted to
gays
go.
branch of the military.
I wanted to be close to the ocean, and the Navy was gonna station me somewhere close
Somewhere.
to
In the ocean.
In the ocean.
in the ocean, somewhere. But I ended up getting married and having a daughter instead. I also wanted to go to NAU.
Which your
and
daughter's
my daughter's
going to, so it's
That's
like
so
a full
exciting.
circle
It's full
moment.
circle. for
Yeah,
you.
it's pretty awesome.
So when you started, when she was born, were you completely like not ready, not expecting what it was to be a mother, or were you like a little bit ready?
No, I was not ready. I think we grew up together. We are really good friends, and she understands that I'm her mother, but we are definitely really good friends.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can tell.
to say the least.
And very, very close.
Yes,
To the point where
very
we go
close.
on a day trip, and she's calling you, mommy.
Yeah,
Where's my mommy?
yeah. I don't
And
know
then
how she's gonna
didn't
do
she
it.
go to Chicago and she was like calling you every day?
Yeah.
Had to FaceTime
She
you.
missed me. She would FaceTime me. She wouldn't call. She would FaceTime me every day, about 3-4 times.
That girl is a mama's girl.
Yes.
Seriously.
We grew up together. We I guess we matured
You went
together.
through it
and-
together, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're very close.
Nice.
Love that.
All right.
So it was a challenge, but we did it together. So
And then after her, you had two other amazing girls.
Yes.
All girls.
all
girls.
girls.
Oh my God. 3
Yes.
quinceañeras, y'all. We're about to do
We're
the
about to
second
do
one.
the second. We're in the process of doing the second one.
We're
We
about
got
to do
her.
the
We got her
second-
uncle, her gunkles,
Her gunkles.
planning shit.
We're involved in every moment of
We're
it.
like, what is your color scheme?
right?
It's
And
driving
she's
me
like, I don't
crazy.
know.
Yeah. Well, at least you guys got that done.
And she picked an amazing
That
dress.
dress, I was
Showstopper.
living.
Yes.
You were living because you're like picturing yourself in it, twirling.
I mean, you ain't wrong. Like, I may or may not have ordered a blazer that matches.
You have to steal the attention, don't you?
No, I just want to wear that color.
Well, they
Okay.
had it in a smaller size for Sophia, and I said, oh, let's get this one for Sophia. She said, oh, no.
Sophia said no.
No. Edith said,
Oh.
no. She said, no. I want the attention. I don't want
Oh.
anybody looking at Sophia.
But you know what the crazy thing is that because Edith is so tall and so stunning, because she's a stunning. Well, all three of your girls are stunning, all of them. She's so tall, and so she already commands attention as it is because with her personality, her height,
yeah.
her looks. She is. There's no way to steal that from her. Like, she commands it. Like, she walks into a room and she's like, without even saying it, she's like, "Look at me, bitches!" Like, that's her
That's her.
attitude.
That's your attitude too.
That's literally.
Yeah.
her
Oh,
attitude.
yes, it is.
So how was it raising 3 girls? I
Oh,
can only
loud.
imagine because were they? I'm sure a lot of traits are coming from you.
Yeah. It's very loud. My house is extremely loud.
And emotional.
Emotional. You have one that's very emotional. The other one's just mean. She's a bully.
She laughs at the other one.
Oh yes, she laughs at me. She bullies
What's not
me.
to laugh at? See?
Anyways, jerk. And then we have Sophia. She's a mixture of both of them. She could be very sweet, but she can be mean.
It's funny because have you ever seen the girls fight?
No.
When Grace and Edith are arguing about something, you just look at you turn and look at Sophia, and she's just staring at him like, here we go again. Like, seriously, can y'all just shut the f up? Like, she's like, I've had it officially. Like, she's got that face of just like, ugh,
Yeah.
Because
disgusted.
Girls, they're so sweet. But then they
Piss
have
one
their
off.
moments.
It depends.
They have their moments.
Yeah, it depends. They're very sweet, but at the same time, these little girls couldn't cut you.
They know how to.
Yeah.
They know how to.
Oh, yeah.
And then you think, you're like, did she get that from me? I'm annoyed because she's just like me.
Yes. Sometimes
Especially.
You're like, I can't give energy because I do that shit.
Yes.
One more than the others.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
One more than the other.
Yes.
So-
Edith has
Her
a
Your
lot
personality.
of me.
She has a lot of your personality. She looks a lot like you.
But she has a lot of her dad's personality too.
You know, when it comes to him, like I haven't really talked to him in 19 years. So I don't remember him like that.
But she definitely has a lot of mine. And I'm
mix,
always, I'm always getting mad at her. And I'm like, where does she get this shit from?
You're like, oh right, me.
She's my kid.
So I mean, you're raising these girls. I mean, a lot of the time on your own, right?
Yeah.
How is it balancing work, singlehood, motherhood, bad bitchahood?
Okay. Bad bitch. Okay.
It's a struggle sometimes. I mean, they're older, so the older ones will stay home and babysit. So I'm free to do a lot of things. I mean, I get a phone call from Memo, and he's like, "What are you doing?" "Oh, I'm in bed." "Get up. I'm gonna go pick you up." "Okay."
We're going to the club.
We're going to the bar.
We're gonna have a
COVID
drink.
slowed down that a lot.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
But I remember, like, even beforehand, I'm like, girl, what are you doing? She's all like, in bed. Can you be ready in 20 minutes? She's like, for what? I'm going to be there in 20 minutes to pick you up. I need you to get it together. We're going to the bar.
It's your
No,
fault. It's because you live too close to the
I
bars.
know.
Seriously. Like, and it's funny because, like the girls would, like, the other girls will be like, well, you guys are always hanging out. I'm like, it's accessibility. She lives literally across the street from the fucking bar.
Yeah.
Like, I would get in trouble if I didn't invite her.
Oh yeah, you'd get mad.
Oh yeah. I'm
She-
like,
'cause she
where are
used to.
you?
In the
Yeah.
beginning, she's like, where you at? Oh,
Don't post nothing.
I'm at Stacy's. You know that's across the street.
Why
from my
didn't you
house,
stop
right?
and pick me up?
Seriously. Next thing you know, 20 minutes later, Missy comes rolling in. She's like, "You're taking me home." I'm
Yeah.
Like, oh.
Grisel dropped
I'm
me
getting
off.
fucked up.
She's like, "They said drop me off. You're taking me home." Like,
Yeah.
oh, so I guess I'm not going home with him tonight.
Nope.
So how is the dating part of that? The single mother dating.
There's not much dating. I mean, I tried.
Is it because you're a single mother, or is it there's just not the right person out there? Do they not like that you have kids? What's your experience?
Well, I mean, I haven't really dated too much. I've tried. I've gotten to know people, but I haven't really dated too much. So it hasn't been because I'm a single mom. I don't think I've really ran into any issues with that.
Right.
It's been mainly, well, actually, a long time ago, I was seeing somebody, and my middle one, Edith, she did not like him at all. Grisel loved him. Grisel was like, I'm not going to say his name, but team blah, blah, blah. And Edith was like, nope. We would go to the movies or something, and he would sit next to me, and she would go and make me move to sit right there because she didn't want me near him. We went out to eat once, and she made him sit way over there. He had 3 kids, and I had
Brady Bunch.
Yeah. Made him sit way in the corner. I had to sit in the other corner. I couldn't talk to him. She was mean. That was
I love
only.
her.
But the thing is, when you start dating somebody with kids, you're not just dating that mom, right? You have to.
It's a package
It's
deal.
a package deal,
Yeah.
right? So you have
Absolutely.
to commit,
Definitely.
and you have to have a relationship with each and every one of those kids.
Mhm.
So I could find it really, or I could imagine how difficult it is to also have kids, because what if your kids like him, but his kids don't like you,
Or they don't like
They're-
each
or
other.
they don't
Or they don't like each other,
or
yeah.
they just don't like the whole situation.
Yeah.
Because I can imagine that kids are like, I can't like this man because I would be hurting my dad's feelings.
That was Edith.
Yeah.
That was definitely Edith. His kids, from what I can tell, really enjoyed having my kids over, and he was actually the only boyfriend that I had for
Had over?
a little bit. He's been the only man that's ever gone into
Met
my
the
house
girls?
and met the girls.
Right. We've been in your house.
Well-
We're Manish.
Well,
We're Manish.
you're my gay.
Yeah. Oh, and we're also the security guards sometimes when your alarm goes off.
No,
and you just call us randomly.
When
Like,
you get a call at 1 o'clock in the morning, hey, can you come? My alarm is going off.
No, I was screaming.
she was
"Memo,
screaming.
where
She's like,
are
I'm
you?"
so
She's like,
scared.
Memo, where are you at? I was like, where were we?
We were out already.
You
we
were
were
out.
close.
at the bar, yeah.
We were at the bar. And then I get a text message, hey, what are you doing? And then I get a phone call because I didn't answer like within,
2
Negative
2.5
2 seconds. She expected an answer before I even got the text message.
Yeah.
So she's like, where you at? I'm like, oh, we're here. We're on our way home. Can you swing by my house real quick? I'm like, what's going on? She's like, my alarm just went off. I don't know what's going on.
Someone's trying to rape me.
Someone's trying to break in. Oh my God. So I get there. So we're
all panicked. We're like, oh my God. When she opens the door, she's like, I'm so scared right now.
No, I was outside.
She was outside.
I was outside.
She was outside.
Where the person could get you easier. Why were you?
Because I heard it inside.
And so like,
I don't know.
she's outside and I walk in. I'm like, girl, you got to,
okay,
where's your blade? You got a blade
We're
for
all
me or
like-
something?
No, you're like, where's your gun? I'm like, I can't find it.
Oh,
I don't know where it is.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's good.
it's a great place to have a gun, somewhere where you can't find it.
Oh,
And I'm like, do you
man.
got a knife, girl? And I grabbed the knife. And so I'm walking through the house.
There were scissors.
There was scissors. I'm going to get far. What am I going to do? Cut a sample?
Yeah.
So then, like, I'm walking through the house and, like, I figure out what's going on. I'm like, I got dragged over here because a battery went
A
dead.
battery.
Well,
And
it
then I
went
came
off
back
in
to
the middle of the night.
And I came back to the screen for the alarm. And I'm like, girl, it says right here, your battery's
Battery's
low.
dead.
I was freaking out.
Because you were alone.
But I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. I was alone. My daughter had just gone to my girls had just gone to Chicago. My little ones were with their dad, so I was completely alone. I'm never alone. So, besides my dog, and
your dog's deaf, so he can't hear shit.
yeah,
He was looking at your friend, like he's looking at you, going like panicking and
She's like,
like
what?
pacing and calling me, and I was like, this dumb bitch. What is she
yeah,
doing?
pretty much.
She's all like, what you need to do is let me out because I gotta pee.
Yeah.
But look at her acting a fool, walking there she goes again.
Yeah, he kept looking at me,
He's
going
like,
back and forth,
"What's
and
wrong
I
with
was so scared. I opened the door. I'm like, okay, at least I'm gonna be outside if something happens. Where the hell are they, Memo? How far are you?
Seriously. And I remember the image when I got there. It was that very like girl, like sister or like mom that when like wakes up in the middle of the night. You know how like sometimes like, did you ever come home late and your mom or your sister was waiting up for you?
Yeah.
Like, ¿dónde andabas?
¿Dónde
And like,
andabas?
it was very that whole like, she's holding her boobs up because she's not wearing a bra.
No,
And
I was wearing a bra. I always sleep with a bra.
Ew.
Oh, okay.
I can't sleep without a bra or be without a bra.
Why?
I just remember you were like this.
Well, because I was cold. I was
you were like
freezing.
this, and I'm just saying what I thought the image was.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, this is a bitch. She's gonna put on a bra. I'm coming over here and she ain't wearing one. But now I know you were. But I remember that night. It was fun.
Oh yeah.
That was so funny.
I was
for us.
scared.
I was
I
like-
couldn't sleep.
Because when we were like, okay, there's something going on. It's a battery. We just started laughing at you guys, making fun of you.
Oh, I know.
I got football in the morning, and here
I'm like,
I
I'm
am.
sorry. Thank you for coming. Can I go spend the night?
Could you
with
spend the night?
I was like, I got football in the morning, and here I am playing Captain Save-A-Ho. Like, yeah.
Now, my question to all this: did you ever find the gun?
Oh yeah.
A couple days later.
So then, okay, wait a minute. So get this. So she's like, Memo, it's right here. It's on that shelf, and there I am in her closet, like, because I can look at it, right? I'm like, Dulce, there's nothing up here. Like, there's no gun here. She's like, well, then my sister must have taken it. That's right. She's cleaning it. She took it. Okay. Well, you're fucked. Where was the gun?
Under my mattress. I put it under my mattress in case I ever needed it. I would
then
just
when you
reach
needed
in
it-
there. I would reach it in there and pull it out. Well,
Now, is
Well-
there also like a birth certificate there, vaccine shots, everything?
no.
Where do you keep your, very Mexican style? Let me put everything under the mattress.
Seriously.
No.
And then like an envelope with like
cajon.
$10,000.
For that's a savings.
It's a savings account.
Well, maybe.
La colchoneta.
But
Yes,
not
I
under
almost-
my colchón, it's somewhere else.
I don't want to know. Ew.
Ew. That would have fit up
So
there.
unhygienic.
The lies.
So anyway, she's single. She's single.
Bilingual.
Bilingual.
And she's ready to mingle,
Yeah,
y'all.
she's ready to mingle, y'all.
And this is her number.
This is her number.
It's flashing
It'll
on the screen.
flash on the screen. No. So if you're a tough man that will protect her, she's down. She's down. But you have to be 6'5", beautiful.
6'1".
You know. Okay, 6'1".
Check.
Preferably Latino.
Yes.
Big bootied.
Yes.
Tattoos preferred.
Yes.
Check.
And what else?
Likes
Oh,
country.
rich. I would love. I mean, rich would be
Are you in love with
cherry
me?
on the top. Honey,
Great.
straight.
Thank God.
A ti se te dobla.
Se me cae la mano.
Se te cae la mano.
How dare you?
So, Mother's Day's coming up. Do you have any plans with your girls, or?
No,
Will
we
they be with
were.
you?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes, they will.
Go ahead.
I don't. I mean, I have to go see my mother. But No, I don't have any plans for Mother's Day yet.
All right. Interesting.
One of the things that I wanted to kind of like talk to you about, and like kind of like commend you and thank you. So I remember, so me and you went to high school together, and we hung out for a couple years after that. And then you got married, and you started having, you created your family, and so like.
And then you disappeared.
And I disappeared because like I was living.
You had
that
your whole
single life.
years.
I had my. I was,
Yeah.
you know, yeah.
And I had kids.
I was in prayer. I was in. I was a monk.
You were in church studies.
I was in church studies.
Youth group.
Very that. So we lost touch, and I remember when it was like maybe like 8 years ago, when we kind of reconnected again, and we haven't stopped since, right? But I remember when I met the girls, and this kind of goes for our whole circle, but we're talking about your girls. I felt like I had known them forever, and I felt like I was so attached to these girls because they were so loving, so accepting, so open to everything that I am. You know what I mean? Like that, like I have to commend you on that because you did such an amazing job raising these girls to be so loving, accepting, so open, so smart, steadfast. Like these are amazing girls.
Where does that come from? Where did you get that support for LGBTQI? Is it because of us? Was it something that you learned somewhere, with friends, where does that come from? Because not a lot of that is organic. So most people will learn about that from their parents. Where does that come from with you?
Well, I think for me, I don't know. I think Memo was my first gay friend. My sister's gay. My sister's gay also. But I think for me, Memo. Gay.
You're synonymous.
Sorry. Memo.
That is my identifier.
Memo was my first gay friend. And for me, I mean, I knew he was gay. He didn't know he was gay. Well, he knew, but he
knew he was gay.
He wasn't out of the closet yet. But it was just like, no, he's my friend. And that's it. And that's what I taught my girls. They're, it's not that they're gay. It's just they're a person. And that's how we treat people. We treat people with respect. Everybody's different. We don't have to love a different sex or the same sex. It doesn't matter.
It's whatever you put out in the world if
Yeah.
you're kind to others, right?
Yeah, and Sophia sees it as normal.
I mean, they see us enough.
Wait, and now and Sophia still thinks that I'm her boyfriend.
Oh, yeah. He's my boyfriend, but he likes men.
And we told him, yeah, like, I have a boyfriend too, like, or I'm going to have a boyfriend one day. But you're still her boyfriend.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And she's got because we hang out so much, she's got family members who think I'm her boyfriend.
Oh, yeah. My Theo. Oh,
they
the guy,
blind and deaf?
the tall guy in your pictures. And I'm like,
You have butch face, though, in pictures, though.
Memo? I'm like,
But
he's
in
gay.
person, honey, you start swishing
funny.
and walking.
It was funny because I was hanging out with my cousin Jeanette. You guys know Jeanette. I was hanging out with Jeanette, and then she took me to her Christmas party. And then her friend was like, "Are you sure this is your gay cousin?" She's like, "He doesn't look gay." And then she's like, "Give him a minute."
Memo, come here. Say something.
I was dead. And so like it's funny when you guys say that, and you're like,
Your picture's straight, but
My Theo,
reality.
yeah. My Theo's like, the tall guy. And I'm, Memo? I'm like, yeah, he likes men.
He likes men.
And
she's all, we compete.
We have too much in common.
And my Theo's like, really? They, in pictures, you
wouldn't tell. Unless you're like cleaning out or like have a wig on.
Never.
Oh,
bro.
I have pictures.
That's why we're friends forever. Right? We have too many
got
pictures.
We know.
so much on each
Loyal
other.
for life.
Yeah.
Well,
We know too much
I
about
wanted
each
to bring
other.
that because we commend you for teaching those girls about tolerance and not even tolerance, acceptance, and just
Acceptance.
loving somebody for who they are.
Unconditional.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I know it's difficult because, especially with the older generations, it's really difficult for them to understand.
Absolutely.
Understand, right? And I see this a lot in the younger kids that are like, I'm gay, be proud, or I'm not going to be in your life, which is understandable, right?
Right.
But a lot of kids are like wanting acceptance, like demanding it, right? Which is what it should be, right? Mm-hmm. But a lot of kids don't consider the parents and what this means to them, right? Obviously, their reactions can be different.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot great reactions online where the kid is coming out and the mom's like, "We love you for who you are. This doesn't change anything." But out of one video that's positive, there's probably going to be a lot of instances where it wasn't positive. It was negative.
Yeah.
That was my sister for me. It took her a long time to come out, and I remember asking her. So I'd take her, drive her from school or whatever, and like, so do you have a boyfriend, girlfriend, anything? And trying to hint. And she just wouldn't tell me, and I'm like, okay, I know she is, but I'm gonna wait till she tells me she is, for to be acknowledged. So I'm like, okay.
That was my experience too.
And finally one day she's like, I'm gay. I'm like, finally.
My friend Renee, he asked me straight out. He's like, "Are you gay? Because if you are, I love you. I don't care." And I wasn't quite ready.
Right.
I was like, let's say 2 months away. Because I was already dating a guy, but I wasn't ready to admit it to everybody. Mm-hmm. So I said, "No, bro, I'm not gay."
Bro.
Bro.
Wow.
I had to bro him. Hey, shout out Renee. Thank you.
Love you, miss you, boo.
But that's something that happens to a lot of gay people who are just not ready. I mean, you say it and we're like, maybe I can just say yes right now. And maybe because when you say it, it's real.
Yeah.
So a lot of people who are asked,
That was you.
that was it, will say no because you're opening a floodgate when you say yes.
Yeah.
Right? Everything changes. And sometimes that's the first time you admit it to yourself, being asked. So it's sometimes, guys out there, if you're listening, girls out there, if you suspect somebody's gay, consider the timing. Consider what they're going through, what their situation is, because sometimes asking them outright, they're not ready. Even if they are gay.
Even if you know. A lot of times you can put, because of the pressure they feel of being asked, you can push them further into the closet. Like, oh, am I really putting that vibe out there? Like,
and
oh my God. Like,
they'll probably distance themselves, which I probably would imagine that people would do. Let me distance myself. Let me not go out as much because they're catching on. They're catching on.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'd say just love them and be around them and wait for them. Eventually they'll come out.
They'll come around.
I would always say, like, drop the hands. And what I mean by that is, I'm not, like, be like you do with your sister.
Maybe show your acceptance.
Yeah, show your acceptance.
Do you have a
You're
girlfriend?
like, hey,
like whatever.
Exactly.
It is.
You're like, like none of you can ask that way, or you can even say like, yo, I don't know, I haven't done this in a minute.
Or even like just bring up news about gay.
Yeah.
Or gay movies. Or did you watch this? Or just say something maybe positive. And let them know, because that's what we're looking for. A lot of people who are in the closet are looking for a little bit of clue of acceptance. How can I gauge you? Because I really don't know what the reaction is.
I think one of the biggest ones that people use, and I think it's probably one of the most perfect ones, is like, hey, if you ever want to talk about anything, I'm here for you.
Yes.
And there's nothing that you will ever be able to say that will scare me or make me think any less of you or not like you. I'm your friend. I'm here to support you 100%. And, that's
I think that's good advice.
I think that's perfect.
If you're a straight guy, you can just be cool with us and not, obviously not say the bad words, like the F word, right?
Right.
I think a lot of that is very poisonous to a relationship, especially if you're in the closet, your friends are saying these words, and you have no idea, and you don't know how much that hurts.
Not only that, but
I think it's traumatizing.
It is. It really is. But that vocabulary, y'all, like that's like so 1980s and 1990s. Yeah. Can we leave it in the last century?
Or the connotation that
definitely.
you're saying that's gay is a negative or
it's
a lesser, right?
I call you guys my gays all the time.
But that's because we are gay. But when you're saying something else is gay,
that is so gay.
Oh,
that is so gay.
So
but in a negative connotation.
My cousin used to say that, and she would be like, "Oh, that's so gay," and I'm like, "Sweetie, how would you feel if I said that is so your name?" You know what I mean? And then I'm like, she would say, and I would see something dumb. I'm like, "Oh, that is so that her name." I'm not trying to put her on blast. But we know her as the pusher.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about.
I think I know you're talking about.
You know who you're talking about. And I would be like, that is so pusher of you. And then but I was using her name. And so she's like, and like literally 1 minute, like you can see like the switch flipped. And she's like, she caught on. And she's like, I get it. I'm like, so do me a favor, sweetie. to
Take
never
that
say
out
that
of your
again. Take that out of your
vernacular.
vocabulary.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And it worked. She doesn't say that anymore.
Good.
And now she's even told me, she's like, you know, I've gotten other people to stop saying that.
Good.
Because
Oh,
I know
wow.
that it's she's because like I told her, I know that you don't mean it that way, but that's the way you're using it. And when you never
And it's
know,
subconscious too.
Yeah.
Even though you're not meaning it that way,
Yeah, because
You
I've
are
said it
meaning
too.
it that way.
your
though.
head will start relating gay with negative things.
Absolutely.
So it doesn't matter if you're saying it to hurt somebody, it's still gonna be programmed in you to be a negative
Right.
connotation, right?
And it's all about the use and not necessarily the word. Like you can say the word and it's one, and you can use it so many different ways. But when you put a certain tone to it,
It's all about the tone.
it's all about
Yeah.
tone, because you got to understand that for people who are dealing with this or people who are struggling with this, their perception is their reality.
Yeah.
So, because like I remember being young, and my mom would catch me, whether it be wearing her dress, that red dress I live,
Her
or whatever,
heels, her
her
shoes.
heels.
Mm-hmm.
Like she would ask, she's like, Mijo, she's like, do you like girls or do you like boys? And so like that little influx, that little change in tone, like would
Because
tell me
she posed the question when she mentioned girls as a
positive,
girls?
and yeah, and
like boys.
or do you like boys? And like I mean, not to say my mom is not that person. Like she's
I've
very
done
supportive.
that though.
Yeah,
I've done it with my kids. I would randomly. I mean, my daughters don't have a boyfriend, so I'd randomly ask, "Do you like boys? Do you like girls? Do you like both?" Like just
Right,
hinting
right.
it. But I would always, I would
And it's
catch
like
myself.
I think it's an incredible thing that you're open to asking that question
Absolutely.
and posing it as just a regular question that now people should ask.
and I would tell
Absolutely.
them, "It's okay. You can tell me. I just want to know." But
Because I want to know if I'm going to have a daughter-in-law or son-in-law.
right.
yeah, I just want to know.
But your
It
daughter
is.
she's a interesting child.
Creature.
creature.
She really is.
She's amazing,
Oh.
and I don't know any boy that wouldn't like her. She's just not into that.
She's stunning.
She's
First
not
and
boy
foremost,
crazy.
she's not.
Okay.
First and foremost, Greaser is
Sometimes.
In the sense that she needs to have a
no,
boyfriend.
but see,
No.
she gets boy crazy when it's a boy who's on her checklist.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
she's so organized. She's OCD. So like she's very detail oriented. She's very like this, that, and the third. So like if it's a boy that she's into, she's all about it.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Well, I bring this up because I know that a lot of kids are these days coming out way earlier than we did, demanding parents to accept them, which is understandable, but you gotta understand the side of the parent as well. And I always want to try to get both sides of the story, right?
Yeah.
When you raise a child, you have already this dream in your head about their future, about weddings,
wedding.
walking them down the aisle, playing with the grandchildren, getting along with the in-laws, getting along with your son-in-law or daughter-in-law, right? So that's your dream. So it's really important for kids who are coming out to understand that when that is threatened, parents will feel a very certain kind of way because they
that didn't happen.
we did not hear the
The chair did not crack again.
All right.
they are mourning